Hey everyone, today we are doing a running update video. It's been a long time since we've done one of these, but we've got a lot to discuss and a new video series to introduce. Let's get started. This channel first started about 3 or 4 years ago. It was basically a means for Carla and I to kind of chart our journeys, trying new athletic feats or just new things in life. Some of the earliest videos on this channel, and maybe the earliest videos, were me training for a half marathon, which I thankfully somehow completed painfully. But since then, a lot has happened. I've completed 2 other half marathons. I did the Ventura half marathon again the next year, and I completed the Santa Barbara half marathon last year. Carla also completed a few more half marathons. She set a PR for the half marathon at the Malibu half marathon. We've moved from Santa Monica to Chicago, and we've both begun pursuing new careers. So there's a lot that's been happening. And kind of in that time, we've both maybe moved away from what some of the original intentions of this channel were, which were basically just to challenge ourselves and to try new things. Recently, in the past few months, I've wanted to get back into challenging myself, and that's taken the form of kind of each year setting for myself 2 goals. 1, a hobby or professional goal, and 2, a physical goal. So for this year, my physical goal is basically run. Just keep running as far as you can until January 2026. Kind of what I've shaped for myself within that goal are 2 sub goals. 1, finally finish a goddamn marathon. I had tried 4 times before and failed 4 times before. Not this time. And secondly, run an ultra marathon. Oh, so it's a lot. It's a lot that I've set in store for myself, and we're gonna kind of break down what that looks like and how I'm training for it. All right, so let's start with the marathon. I've already picked one out. It's the Toronto Waterfront Marathon. It takes place October 19th. I chose it because 1, it's flat, and 2, because it's an experience. I wanted my first marathon to be something that was like a journey, something that we could all make something out of. Carla's coming, my family's gonna come watch me, and I've already signed up, so there's no turning back now. So Toronto Waterfront Marathon, October 19th will be the marathon. Now, in terms of the ultra marathon, October 19th, that obviously leaves about 2.5 months before the new year. And for those who are into distance running and kind of follow it, you've probably heard of a backyard ultra before. For those who haven't, what it basically is a 4-mile circuit, maybe a little bit more than 4 miles, 4.1 or 4.2 miles, that you basically complete every hour. And you stop when you, 1, don't line up at the start of a new hour to complete the circuit again, or you don't make it back within the allotted hour. And you basically just keep going and going and going till you can't go anymore. The goal basically is for Carla, myself, and some of her family to kind of create our own backyard ultra, create our own course, and just do it ourselves and just see how far we can get. And so the goal for me would be hopefully to do 50 miles in that backyard ultra, and that might be way too big of a goal way too soon. I have the feeling it might be, but that's what we're going for. Those are our 2 races for the rest of the year: the Toronto Waterfront in October 19th and the homemade backyard ultra in early December. And so with that in mind, this video series is basically going to be charting me training for those 2 things. So that's why we're calling this video series, and this is a working title, Toby Finally Finishes a Goddamn Marathon. Or for short, Toby Finally Finishes. Just Toby Finally Finishes. I think people who come across this channel already think that it might be OnlyFans oriented, Carla and Toby Do Stuff, and this is just going to further feed into that. So TFF, for short, is going to be this video series, and it's just going to chart my training and what I'm doing to try and actually complete these races. All right, so as I mentioned before, I've tried training for marathon 4 times before, and I've failed all 4 times. Each of those times, it's really been down to my body falling apart, and by my body, I'm referring to my knees, my creaky knees. What are we doing differently this time? How are we attacking this training in a way that's gonna make me survive, where in the past I have not? Well, a few ways. First of all, I promised myself, you're doing it no matter what. I don't care if I have to walk 25 of the 26 miles of the marathon. We're finishing the marathon. The trip to Toronto's already booked. There's no way out. Only way out is forward and finishing. So that's number 1. Number 2, preparing right. I think in the past, not that I half-assed it, but maybe I need to do all the things that I could have done. If I was gonna say, if I fail this time, I'm not gonna fail this time. I'm finishing no matter what. But if I suffer a lot of pain during this progress, it won't be because I didn't work my butt off. So I'm lifting lower body twice a week, doing knee rehab stuff every time I run. trying to stretch every single day and just constantly scouring the internet to try to find the best exercises to deal with knee pain and to avoid some of the problems I've had in the past. Doing all that, making sure I don't miss any training runs, basically putting every ounce of energy I can into preparing for this thing, making sure that it heads in the right direction and doesn't crater quickly. Thirdly, losing some pounds. I think at the start of this training block, I was around 198 pounds, and I'd like to get to around 188 to 185. Just less stress on my knees and just greater for long-term health. So also losing about 10 pounds. And then finally, investing in the things that I need for this race. So getting a running belt, getting a collapsible water bottle, investing in kind of salt tablets, investing in goo, goo, by the way, is like a nutrient paste. Investing in whatever I need to so that I can prepare correctly. So that brings us to now. So where are we? So it's a 28-week plan in total. I have completed 7 weeks so far, which means we're currently on week 8. Week 1 was 9 total miles. This previous week, week 7, was 22. My longest run so far has been 9 miles. I get up to 43 miles before the marathon, and I get up to 63 miles before that ultra. All that is to say that it's flexible. Some of those mile totals might change depending on how I'm feeling, though I want to complete every single run that's on there. How has the training been going so far? Overall, I think it's been going well. My knees feel stronger than they have in the past. After runs, when I feel sore after long runs, it's been in my feet, it's been in my hamstrings, it's been in my calves, but it hasn't really been in my knees. So all in all, good, wary, with a huge block coming up over this next month of this is kind of might be the make or break in terms of what the rest of this training looks like. I'm running 5 times a week now instead of 4 or 3 in previous cycles. I'm doing 5 days because I basically need to build up more miles sooner if I want to do an ultra later in this year. So that means a lot more soreness, and it also means I've been running slower. I don't know if that's the reason I've been running slower. I've just been running slower than I have in previous efforts. And so, it's been a balance for me of running more, but also kind of working out and stretching more and doing more rehab efforts than in the past. And my legs have definitely felt more tired. And I don't know if that's led to the slower running, but I am still trying to find that equilibrium where I don't work out too much and actually kind of burn out my legs. Overall though, good. All that is to say, feeling pretty good. It's hard for me to have confidence at this juncture, honestly, because I just know that there's going to be struggles and I don't fully trust my knees yet, even with all this exercise and all the rehab that I'm doing, but I'm trying to get there. Finally, what is the purpose of this video series beyond just following my training? One, I wanted to do something hard, and you got to do hard things to do hard things. And I wanted to really push myself this year and get beyond the limits of what I thought I was capable of. And 2, I think Carla and I have been both really missing a creative outlet in our lives, and these videos are fun to make, and I think I am inherently a silly person and goofy, and I really wanted to create something where I can infuse that personality into some kind of creative outlet. So I want to make these videos for me, for you, and just be myself within them. So yeah, all that. Do something hard and have fun doing it. I'm nervous, I'm excited. I was almost honestly hesitant to do this series because I feel like in the past I've promised myself that I was going to finish the marathon training, and it's fallen through, and it's hard for me at this point to say like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, because I know in the past I failed, and I'm just trying to keep that faith and keep pushing forward and believing that I can do this and that I will finish this journey. So stay tuned. I'm probably going to be putting videos out once a week that kind of just detail that previous week's training. Yeah, we'll see where this all goes, and hopefully by the end of the year I'm achieving things that I never thought I could have done. Woo! Happy runnings, and I'll see you in the next video.